Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today, we got ourselves a quality check with the Model Y. So without further ado, let's get right to it. So all right, we got this Model Y right here, and let's do ourselves a quality check. Let's first off start by examining this left side of this gray Model Y. So we want to look for any paint discolorations. We want to look for anything that catches our eye. We want to look out for the gaps and make sure that they're even and they're as tight as possible. Now let's take a look at these wheels. And these are the wheels that come underneath your Model Y. If you were to powder coat these wheels, they look spectacular. Now let's move on to the driver's side door. And what we're looking for is nice, tight, even panels. Remember, never to rush your vehicle. Take your time and do yourselves a quality check before accepting. Okay, so let's rub our finger and from this panel to the other panel, and we will be able to tell if it's flush. This is a very easy way to tell. So let's move our hand. Yes, beautiful. It's nice and even, and you'll be able to tell by touch. So over here is the left side panel over here, and that gap is just a little bit too big for our liking. So we do have ourselves an issue with this gray Model Y. Let's check the charge port door. Now let's check the lights to see if it's flush. And it is flush. Now let's check onto the right side. Beautiful. And that's what we want to see. Another thing that you want to check for is the right side rear door. It's a very common problem. A lot of the times it's poking out, but luckily with this Model Y, it's fine. Now let's move on and check this handle up. So this handle is really nice and really put together. Here's a look at the interior. Remember, after you've done a thorough check with the exterior, that's when you want to move on to the interior. But unfortunately, I will be failing this Model Y, and that's due to the gap that's located on the left side, which is the driver's side rear trunk. That gap is just too big for the liking. So let's move on to another Model Y. All right, so we have another gray Model Y here, and let's start off by looking at the left side, and let's take a look at the hood, and then let's move on to the right side. These are the upgraded wheels that if you were to pay a few extra $1,000, you can have. But personally, I would go with the standard wheels and powder coat them. It's a lot better because you will save a lot of costs. But unfortunately, Tesla is now giving priority deliveries to the premium vehicles. So if you were to order, say, a white seats, you may be able to get your car quicker than a person that orders a car with black seats. It's weird. Also on the rims, if you upgrade your rims, you get an earlier date. Even if you get the full FSD, you get an earlier date. So they're really prioritizing the people that pay more. The reason why they're doing this is because their demand has increased tenfold ever since there's been rising gas prices. Now, let's do a check of this door right here, and it's flush, and that's what we want to see. Now let's check this handle. Nice and flush. Uh-oh. And like the other Model Y, this left side gap over here, located on the driver's side rear, is too big for my liking. Also, as you can see, this gap right here, also too big. So we do have ourselves an issue. And this is an ongoing problem that's been with Tesla for a while now. And eventually they'll get this fixed. But due to the fact that they're pushing so many cars out so fast, they're just making as much cars as possible with having a focus on quantity versus quality. Now let's move on to the right side rear passenger, which we normally find the right side rear passenger built better than the left side, and that's very odd. And a lot of these problems that are on these vehicles are coming from the Fremont factory. I'm sure the new Teslas that's built from Giga Texas and Giga Berlin shouldn't have these problems, and I can't wait to get my hands on one of those vehicles. So, yeah, this door is flush and this is flush, but unfortunately I cannot pass this Model Y due to the fact that it has that huge gap on that left side. Now let's move on to our final Model Y. All right, so this is our final Model Y. It's the white with the black interior, and it has the upgraded wheels. Now let's start off by looking at the left side. We want to look at the left side light, and we want to look at the hood gap, and we want to make sure that the car is basically built to the best of their ability, where the gap is minimal and there's nothing that's out of place. So far, I like what I'm seeing. Now, let's continue on and look at these wheels. Now, onto the driver's side door. Beautiful. And that's what we want to see. Now, let's check this door handle to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Beautiful. Nice and flush. Okay, I do like what I'm seeing. But yet again, the gap here is not what I like. It's too big and there seems to be an issue. So, yeah, it's really unfortunate that this left side gap continues to have a problem. Now let's check the rear. Let's check the lights to see if it's flush, and it is flush. Let's check these lights, and it is flush. You're not going to find much problems with the rear. I examined a lot of Model Ys, and as far as the rear, you won't have a problem. It's the left side rear driver's side trunk space there, and the right side rear door, which is the most common problems. Now let's take a look over here and see the right side rear door. Let's see if it's flush, and it is flush. Let's take a look at these wheels. Beautiful. Okay, so yet again, unfortunately, I will not be able to pass this Model Y. Now, Tesla really needs to get their act together. They are building many cars still that have faults. So make sure that if you're taking delivery of a Model Y, to do your due diligence and go over your vehicle. I probably suggest that you bring a camera and that you bring a notepad and you let your sales rep know. Never rush your delivery, and make sure to get a second opinion. Bring somebody with you. All right, so that's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Right now, there's a special promotion with Momo. All you have to do is open and fund your account, and you can get up to 6 free stocks. This is basically like free money. All you have to do is use the special promotion code in the link description. Do it now before this promotion ends. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.